have this weird, creepy smile whenever I look at it sometimes. Alright, so I just flew my Flyfishrc Volador VX3.5. It was all I was looking for when I'm looking to add one of these to my fleet, being a 3.5-inch freestyle drone. And the thought of me getting this frame is because when I go for projects that I'm using my 2.5-inch drones, taking out a naked action camera as well as XT30 batteries, and I want to just bring a freestyle just in case, I can just bring this instead, which takes XT30 batteries and still have the ability to rip. And I don't have to pack another set of XT60 batteries, the other 5-inch drones and bigger GoPros and all that. The flight characteristics are amazing. When I ran through the pit loop, tuning it was so easy because the graph looks so smooth. Like I fly my 5-inch back-to-back against this 3.5-inch and the feeling is very similar. With a 6S battery, 2004 motors, it's gonna produce a lot of thrust and control over the flight to throw you a little bit. It keeps the nimbleness compared to a Cinewhoop because it's like open props. The furthest I've pushed this quad is to go about 4 minutes, and then I would land at about 3.69-ish volts per cell. Because of its small props, it doesn't make as much noise as a ripping 5-inch. It's so cute and has like lesser intimidation factor when people hear and see this drone. It's like that much, okay? Now obviously this drone will not overtake a 5-inch, especially when it comes to hitting top speeds, chasing faster objects, higher altitudes, and fighting against wind. All of these things, the 5-inch will still perform better. But at least you have this 3.5-inch in order to attempt shots like that in a smaller scale, which won't fall flat if you try to attempt with a 2.5-inch with the propeller guards. It'll just get in the way of those kind of shots. So when you build this, it never feels claustrophobic. Like it has space in all the right places and is reinforced in the right places as well. Take a look. The arms has a sort of diamond like widening out here where an arm might break during a crash. Split deck design, where the carbon fiber is split, adds to its rigidity. The metallic camera holder area, which reinforces front collisions. In terms of stack, right now I'm using a 20x20, but there's holes right next to it that accepts 25x25. The motor mounts actually also have options for this 8mm or 10mm motors. In my case, I'm using Emax Eco 2004 motors, which are typically used for 3.5-inch. But you can also run your 2.5-inch 140X motors. I bought 2000 kV because I intended to fly 6S 650 mAh battery from CNHL. The stack I'm using is a 20x20 Speedybee F405. The ESC is rated for 35 amps. I'm using a DJI Air Unit Lite as well as the original DJI camera. And for my receiver, I'm using an Axisflying Thor Express ELRS receiver. The props, the Gemfan 3525 Freestyle propellers, and I'm using a Gap RC naked GoPro kit. And because it's a metallic aluminum, I think at least it's a little bit more safeguard against crashes. But the flaw, well, it's not a flaw, but more of a matter of fact, is that when you fly this with a naked GoPro and it's doing rips and you're flying at high speeds versus a Cinewhoop, obviously the naked GoPro is much more at a risk of compromise. So when testing, just make sure to not mount the action camera as much, just in case your electronics give out. Anyway, I can't recommend this frame enough. It is a Flyfishrc Volador VX3.5. If you're looking for a freestyle frame with a slightly smaller build, check this out. Thanks for watching.